Hello everyone, I'm glad to have your company this evening. Welcome to another episode of House and Home. On the show tonight, Chef Teresa takes on an interesting recipe, an upside down walnut and date cake. Dr. Ambi joins us on the show for another mental health segment. Tidman and the AxoNoble professionals are back with another DIY project, and we join Bill over at Brown Bell. Now, have you ever asked yourself why bake? You would most probably come up with countless reasons to bake other than for the love of it and appreciating the taste of a homemade cake, biscuit or bread. Unfortunately, there are those that don't like baking, whether it's because they can't or are not good at it or have the wrong perception that maybe it's too much work, too much hard work and they can't be bothered. Now for those of you that do bake, these are some of the reasons I've been given as to why they bake. It's something they can be creative with, it's calming and relaxing, it's comforting, it's a passion, it's a family tradition, it's fresh and healthier, or some even get a sense of joy and happiness from baking. It's a great therapy and others simply just love the challenge. If you fall in either of those categories or have another reason of your own on why you so love to bake, then you may want to try this recipe at home. Here's Chef Teresa making her upside down walnut cake. Enjoy!
Get up and go with vitamin and rich flame flour.
Hello viewers, and thank you for joining me tonight's flame flour baking segment. Our recipe for tonight is upside down dates and walnut cake. Alright viewers, our ingredient for tonight recipes are: firstly we have 1 tablespoon custard powder, 1 teaspoon vanilla essence, 1/4 cup brown sugar, 2 whole eggs plus 1 extra, 3 whole eggs. Okay, 1/4 cup walnuts, crushed walnuts, 125 grams butter, 3/4 cup custard sugar, 1/4 cup milk, and another extra 1/4 cup milk, half cup flame self-raising flour, and 1/4 cup dates. First step, we will cook the dates and the extra milk. Just light up the stove. Okay, let's add in the milk, brown sugar, and the dates. Let them boil properly before we mix them together with the second recipe. Well, let's leave it boiling and we'll continue with our second ingredients or the second step. Firstly, we will add in the custard sugar, butter. When you mix in your second recipe, make sure you check with your first ingredients, the date, brown sugar and the milk. Okay, now let's mix together the custard sugar and butter. As usual, always mix your butter and custard sugar properly before you add all the ingredients. Alright viewers, now our custard sugar and butter has mixed properly into a nice smooth paste. Now make sure also check with the dates, making sure that the base of the pot does not burn. So as you mix your second ingredients, you can check on the first ingredient as well. Okay, now let's add in the 2 whole eggs. Okay, beat the whole eggs again with the sugar and butter. Alright viewers, now let's add in the custard powder. Your custard powder has to be added into the first ingredient or the first mix. Alright, now let's turn it off now, and we will add in our walnuts into the first mix. Mix them all up again. Alright, I've already set the tray for the cake with the grease paper in it. So this is the walnut and date mixture, the first mixture. Now let's put it into the base. Just spread it evenly on the base of the cake tin. Make sure you cover the base properly. All of the covers or the covers of the cake, the base of the cake tin has to be covered nicely, just like this. Just level it up like this nicely with the walnut and date mixture. Okay, now just leave it at the side, and we'll continue with our second mixture or second ingredients: flame self-raising flour and milk, vanilla extract, just mix it evenly. Alright, now it's ready to be baked. We'll leave it at the side again. Just beat up the extra egg. Pour it on the base. Lower it up again like this. Alright, finally we'll add in the second mixture. On top of the walnut and date mixture. Spread it evenly on the top like this. Alright, using your hands, just level it up like this, making sure that it's leveled so that it cooks evenly when it bakes. Alright viewers, our baking time for this cake is 180 degrees Celsius, and you will bake it for 20 minutes. Alright viewers, this is our finished product for tonight: upside down walnut and date cake. Now let's just turn it over on the bench or the chopping board. So you can see we have the walnuts and dates on the top. Now let's slice one of the pieces out. So you can see the inside part. As you can see, the walnut and dates on the top. That's the reason why it's called walnut upside down cake, or walnut and date upside down cake. Well viewers, this is how your upside down walnut and date cake will look like after baking. So you can see we have the walnut and dates on the top and the ingredients or white sponge below. This is our finished product for tonight. I have used flame self-raising flour. You can buy the flour or assorted flowers at your nearest shopping center in PNG. Well viewers, as you can see, I'm sure you have noted down the ingredients and the method of this recipe, so you can try it out at home anytime with your families. Thank you for joining me in tonight's Flame Flour segment, and hope to see you again same time next week on House and Home, only on MTV.
Get up and go with vitamin and rich flame flour.
Another fantastic recipe shared by a wonderful pastry chef, Chef Teresa. As much as it looked easy to do, I for one know that it'll be a challenge for me, but nevertheless we'll definitely give it a go. Stay watching, as after the break it's our mental health segment with Dr. Ambi. Good evening viewers, and welcome to another mental health segment with Dr. Ambi. Good evening, Dr. Ambi.
Good evening, Irene.
Viewers, this evening we'll discuss the current issue, and that is of the election fever and the mind. As we all know, there are more than 4,000 candidates vying for only 111 seats, meaning 29 out of 30 will lose, and this of course will have effects on the mind, which we'll discuss this evening. Doctor, to begin with, what kind of guidance can we give candidates and voters as to how to handle this election period and and of course sustain a healthy mind.
Yeah. I think Irene very well said, because it's a period you see that there is an election fever is going on, and we see that excitement, and there is a lot of cultural effects when we walk around. You can see them, and the nominations are like coming on with a lot of colorful expectations. And then in this midst of all that, we must remember something. We're going to future our future leaders. Okay, so we're going to they're nominating, and we are going to vote, and we're going to bring a future leader. So it brings in two ways, like you said, the candidates as well as the voters. So me like talk savilo all get a candidate or say big plus something, all it is a mind game. Okay, so you know can mislead him all get our voters, because people have a lot of hope, and the promises they make on the podium to say that, oh, we will do this, I will do that, and it should be realistic. It's a realistic world, and we must make sure shouldn't bring the voters to a cargo cult mentality and then bring him all kind expectation now behind, you know, not make him. So the promises shouldn't be empty, it must be good plus straight. Number 2 point, all candidate, all must, because plenty something you like all Salim Haus or kind way, you have got the money to do these things. So you must also, while this election fever is going on, you must look after your health, because your mind and your physical health are very important, because at the end of the day, during this kind of period, you can become very tired, exhausted, and burn out or kind something by affect your body too. Yes. Number 3 point, time this like nomination time, now you all election contest, all the candidates are walking around, but you also you feel all the hormones are hyped up. So they all, you will see so excitement, they are running around with so much in their mind. And also we must remember the voters all the time must remember that we are here to vote the right candidate. So the candidate should also always remember the people minds are very precious. You know, can gaman him all. You must talk straight. So precious mind of the voters are very important, and we must make sure that we, as a voters, have the moral responsibility to the international world, because we do a lot of business with the international. All must got good blood thinking, all mind blow you me, and we must stay away from guns, smuggling, guns, now make him all kind way, you know, kiss him vote, no good plus something. You me all same Christian nation, so you me must behind him this la talk law Bible, now make him good law, good law way. So it's important that the voters and the candidate should mind their way to go in the right direction. These are some of the ways that to get back to the reality before the voters are voting the candidate.
At the end of the day, everything, all our actions affect our mind.
Yeah, that's correct, you know. Yeah, it's like I said, mind game. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Do you have any parting comments for our viewers?
Well, Irene, before I do that parting comment, I was going to say that despite all the shortcomings we had recently past how many months, you look at most people of Papua New Guinea behave so well. I'm sure you agree with it, you know. There was no bloodshed, people all same thing, they all behaved very well. And I think we showed the international community, we Papua New Guineans are so worthy of being friendly and being in the international. We maintain our integrity, you know. And I'm sure that we should be credited, and I think people should behave the same way for this election. That's one of them, yeah.
Despite our problems, we did, everything has been peaceful, even demonstrations.
That's right, yes.
So we hope that this election period will be the same.
Will be very peaceful, And as a parting comment, I like to say, Papa God emigad big bla sawe me me choose him you me pinis. He has got his will, which we are here to do that, and he has chosen us to do. We must remember that greatest commandment of all is the love. And I think in this election period, I would ask all the viewers, those voters and candidates, to show the love and keep the violence and all other illegal way to disturb the people. And candidate, don't just jeopardize the family. You must remember that's the nest you have built. So all family members must support him, all must stop together. And let me tell you, pen is mightier than the sword. So you know can lose him all gammon blow whale or 1 plus something. make him this pen and powerful, make him right vote for right candidate, and we will have a wise election and a good government. Yes.
Thank you very much for that, Dr. Ambi, and we look forward to another interesting session with you.
Thank you, Irene.
Another great topic discussed there by Dr. Ambi. Be sure to join us on our next mental health episode here on House and Home. After the break, we join Tidman and the Axo Nobel professionals on the DIY segment with Tobman's. See you soon.
Welcome to another